The stars outside the viewport of the horizon dawned, stretched into long trails of light, as the ship glided quietly through the void. Inside, the small crew worked in calm precision, their eyes fixed on glowing panels and blinking screens. Evan leaned over the navigation console, scanning the space ahead, while Lucas checked the ship's sensors. Clara walked between stations, adjusting settings, and Mia prepared the medbay for any potential emergencies. The ship had been traveling near the edge of human-controlled space, exploring sectors where few humans had ever gone. They had grown used to the silence, the emptiness that stretched for light years in every direction. Then, suddenly, the silence was broken. A faint signal appeared on the long-range scanner. It was irregular, almost hidden in the background noise, but Lucas froze as he realized it was repeating. "Evan," Lucas called, his voice tense but calm. "You might want to see this. It's..." Evan came over, eyes narrowing at the small flicker on the display. "What is it?" he asked. "Distress signal," Lucas said. "Not human. It's alien. Low power, but definitely intelligent." Clara stepped closer, her brow furrowed. Lucas shook his head. "No. The pattern repeats. It's deliberate. Someone or something wants help." Evan's expression hardened. "Then we answer. Set a course for the signal. Let's see who is out there." Mia hesitated. "We don't even know what we are flying into. It could be a trap." Evan turned to her, his eyes calm but firm. "Every species has a call for help. We are humans. We don't ignore it. We go." The crew exchanged glances. They had faced danger before, but none of them had ever received a distress call from an alien civilization. Still, they trusted Evan's judgment. Slowly, Lucas input the coordinates, and the horizon dawn shifted into faster-than-light travel, leaving a trail of blue light behind it. After what felt like hours, the ship exited hyperspace near a small, damaged outpost. The scanners showed it floating above a barren moon, partially destroyed. Smoke and energy flares rose from broken towers and crumbling walls. The distress signal was strong now, coming from a single location at the center of the station. "Looks like someone really needs help," Clara said, her voice quiet. She felt a mix of fear and excitement. Evan nodded. "We split into 2 teams. Lucas, you and I will go to the main hub. Clara, Mia, you secure the perimeter and scan for survivors. Be ready for anything." The shuttle landed on the moon's surface with a soft thud. The team stepped out, their suits glowing under the dim light of the moon. Debris littered the ground, and the air, though breathable through their suits, smelled faintly of burnt metal and alien chemicals. As they approached the hub, movement caught Evan's attention. A figure staggered from the ruins. It was tall, with smooth, silvery skin and eyes that shimmered like liquid. The alien collapsed to its knees, clearly injured and exhausted. Evan motioned for Lucas to cover him as he knelt beside the being. "Can you speak?" The alien gasped, struggling with words. A translator device attached to its chest beeped, and a clear voice came through. "Help. The Krail. They destroy." Clara and Mia arrived, scanning the area. "We are here to help," Mia said, her voice soothing. "We are humans. You are safe now." The alien looked at them, disbelief in its eyes. "Yes," Evan said. "We received your distress signal. We came as fast as we could." The alien sagged in relief. "I am Cyril, guardian of the outpost. Krail. They... ruthless. We cannot fight." Evan helped Cyril to stand. "We will fight with you, if we have to. You are not alone." As they moved back toward the shuttle, sensors detected incoming ships. A fleet of dark, angular vessels appeared on the horizon, moving with deadly speed. The Krail had found them. "They are coming fast," Lucas said. "Evan, what do we do?" Evan's jaw tightened. "We hold our position for now. Clara, can we reinforce the shields at the landing zone?" "Working on it," Clara said, her fingers flying across her console. "It will take a few minutes, but we can buy time." Mia helped Cyril into the shuttle, while Evan and Lucas took positions near the perimeter. And the first of the Krail drones shot down toward them, black and sharp, moving like living blades. The humans raised their weapons. Evan fired the first shot, hitting a drone mid-air. Lucas followed, aiming with precision. Clara's shields flickered to life, energy fields forming a protective barrier around the shuttle and the landing area. Cyril watched in amazement as the humans fought. They do not fear," he whispered. "They face death. Willingly." Evan shouted to the crew. "We hold them back. Cover each other. We protect the shuttle." The drones swarmed, but the humans moved with coordination. Evan dodged a spinning blade and fired, destroying another drone. Lucas leaped to intercept a falling piece of debris, knocking it aside to protect Clara. The aliens watching from the ruins could hardly believe what they saw. After several tense minutes, the drones retreated. The human crew stood, breathing heavily, but ready. Cyril looked at them with wide eyes. Humans. Deathworlders. They are not afraid of death. "We are afraid," Evan said, "but fear does not stop us. We answer the call for help. Always." The rest of the day passed in a tense blur. The humans repaired damage to the landing zone, treated minor injuries of Cyril, and scanned for other survivors. They found several Orothi who had managed to hide in tunnels beneath the station, comforting them and checking their wounds. Clara and Lucas strengthened defenses, improvising traps and energy barriers. Evan coordinated with Cyril, learning about the station's layout and the enemy's likely strategies. That night, the humans and the Orothi sat together in the central hub. Fire from damaged panels lit the room, casting long shadows on walls. Cyril looked at the humans, still not fully understanding them. "Your species. You are strange," Cyril said. "We send signals. We ask for help. We expect few, if any, to answer. And yet, you came." Evan smiled faintly. "We do not expect reward or recognition. We answer because we can, because we must. Every life is worth saving." Cyril bowed slightly, humbled. "Then, perhaps, we have underestimated humans. Deathworlders." Outside, the distant stars shimmered. The silence of space returned, but the threat was not gone. The Krail would return. The humans knew it. Yet none of them wavered. They had chosen to answer the call, and they would stand together, no matter what came. As the crew prepared for the night, Evan looked at the stars beyond the station. He felt a mix of determination and curiosity. There were so many worlds out there, so many beings in need, and humans. Humans would answer. Inside the hub, Cyril watched the humans moving with quiet efficiency, their courage and determination evident in every action. For the first time, he realized that the Orothi had been wrong to doubt a species from a harsh, dangerous world. Humans were survivors. They were fighters. They were something more, and he knew, deep inside, that the Krail had no idea what was coming. The horizon dawn would not retreat. Humanity had arrived. The sun barely rose over the ruined outpost when the Horizon Dawn crew began their second day. The moon's surface, scarred and jagged, reflected the faint light onto the station, showing more damage than they had noticed in the night. Evan stood at the viewport, arms crossed, watching the horizon. He could see small flashes in the distance, enemy drones, scouting, testing defenses, Lucas came up beside him. They are not done. The Krail will return soon. We need a plan. Evan nodded. We cannot just wait for them. We need to strike first. If possible, find a way to slow them down. Confuse them. Clara entered, holding a data pad. I've checked the station's remaining power systems. We can reinforce the shields for now, but if we push too hard, it will collapse. We need more energy sources. Maybe some from the wreckage outside. Mia followed, her medic bag slung over her shoulder. And I'll check on the survivors. Some of them are frightened. They have never seen humans fight before. They don't understand that we can survive against almost anything. Cyril, the injured Arathi guardian, approached slowly, leaning on a walking support. You, humans. You face machines, weapons, danger. Without fear. Why? Why do you risk yourselves? Evan turned to him. Because we do not run from what is right. Because someone has to answer when others cannot. Because life is important, no matter whose it is. Cyril studied him for a moment, then nodded. Perhaps I have underestimated your species. The crew split into their tasks. Evan and Lucas walked outside, carefully navigating the debris of destroyed towers and broken machinery. They needed to scout the area for signs of Krail activity. The air was thin and cold, but their suits protected them. Lucas pointed to a damaged tower. If we can set a trap here, the drones will be forced into a kill zone. We can take out many before they even reach the station. Evan examined the ground. Good. We will need energy cells from the wreckage. Clara can hook them up to shields and to some of our makeshift weapons. Inside, Clara worked quickly, rerouting power, connecting energy cells to create stronger fields. She worked with precision, her fingers moving over panels as if the ship itself were an extension of her body. Mia walked among the Arathi survivors, checking wounds, giving calm words, and helping them feel safe. Humans are different. One of the Arathi whispered. We send messages for help, expecting none to answer. But they come. Mia smiled softly. We always answer. That is who we are. Evan and Lucas returned to the station with supplies, careful not to attract attention. As they approached, sensors detected several Krail drones moving in a pattern. Evan called for everyone to prepare. The drones came like dark shadows, silent and fast. They expected the humans to panic, to retreat. Instead, the crew moved with skill and calm. Evan fired first, taking out one drone as it came close. Lucas followed, targeting another with precision. Clara's shields flared, protecting the shuttle and the central hub. Cyril stood at the side, awe in his eyes. They do not hesitate. They fight with purpose. After several minutes, the drones retreated, though more were expected. Good, but this is only the beginning. We need to be ready for the main attack. The Krail will bring more than drones next. Over the next few hours, they worked to improve the station's defenses. Clara reinforced the shield grids, Lucas set traps and electronic interference devices, and Evan coordinated with Cyril to plan strategic points for defense. Mia continued tending to the wounded, her calm presence helping both humans and Arathi alike. As night fell, Evan gathered the team. We can survive this if we work together. The Krail expect weakness. We give them none. We fight smart and steady. Cyril approached, looking at the humans as they prepared. We believed we were alone, helpless. Yet you are Deathworlders. You survive where none can. Why do you risk yourselves? Evan smiled faintly. Because we can. Because no call for help goes unanswered. And because we will not let others suffer if we can prevent it. The next day, scouts reported a large Krail cruiser entering the system. It was far bigger than the drones, sleek and dangerous, with weapons capable of destroying entire stations. The crew had to act fast. Evan and Lucas took their shuttle to a vantage point near the moon's surface, planning to ambush the cruiser. Clara coordinated the station's defenses, while Mia continued preparing med stations and safe zones for the Arothi survivors. As the cruiser approached, it released swarms of drones to scout and attack the station. Evan and Lucas waited in shadows, hidden by the rough terrain. When the drones came close, they fired, destroying several before they could reach the station. The Krail had not expected such coordination. Inside the station, Clara's shields held, absorbing incoming fire. She rerouted power from non-essential systems to strengthen key points. Sparks flew as energy conduits glowed bright, but the shields held. Mia worked tirelessly, moving between injured Arothi and humans. She had never faced such a combination of species in battle, but her calm and steady hands made everyone feel safe. Cyril watched from a side corridor, his respect for humans growing. "We never understood your courage, your strength, your heart." Evan and Lucas moved to higher ground, preparing a surprise attack on the cruiser itself. They set electronic traps and explosive charges, calculated to strike weak points. When the cruiser fired, they dodged and returned fire, hitting critical systems. The cruiser faltered, its drones retreating in confusion. The humans' clever tactics had thrown the Krail into disarray. Ivan's voice came over comms. "Hold your ground. They are weaker than they think. We fight smart, not just with force." Hours passed in a tense standoff. The Krail were relentless, but the humans never wavered. Each team member played their role perfectly. Clara kept the shields strong. Lucas and Evan attacked with precision. Mia cared for the wounded, and Cyril learned to fight alongside them. As night fell again, the cruiser finally pulled back, retreating for the time being. The station was damaged, but standing. The humans had proven they could face even overwhelming odds. Cyril approached Evan, his expression solemn. We thought we were alone, doomed. Yet you, humans, you are different. You are not like others we have known. You are something more." Evan nodded. "We are survivors. We answer calls for help, no matter how dangerous. That is what humans do, and we will not stop." The Arothi survivors, once frightened and hopeless, now began to see the humans in a new light. Hope returned. For the first time, they felt that their world could be defended. As the crew rested, preparing for the next wave, Evan looked out at the stars beyond the ruined station. He knew the Krail would return with greater force. But he also knew humans were ready. Humans never backed down, and humans never left anyone behind. Cyril watched silently, understanding something new. Humans were more than strong. They were determined, clever, fearless, and relentless. They were Deathworlders, capable of surviving and thriving where others would fall. The horizon dawn had arrived. Humanity had arrived, and no enemy in the galaxy would underestimate them again. The next morning, the crew of the Horizon Dawn prepared for the arrival of the Krail main fleet. Evan stood at the command console, looking at the sensors that showed dozens of enemy ships approaching. The station shook slightly from distant energy blasts as the first wave of smaller ships moved toward them. "They are testing our defenses again," Lucas said, adjusting his targeting display. "They expect us to be weak. They will try to break us quickly." Evan shook his head. "We are not weak. We will use what we have and strike smarter." "Clara, shields ready?" "Stronger than yesterday," Clara replied, her hands flying over the controls. "I've rerouted additional energy to the outer grids. We can hold longer now." Mia walked by, checking the wounded. "I hope we do not need the medbay too much," but I am ready for whatever comes. Cyril approached Evan, his silvery eyes bright with determination. We fight together. Humans and Arothi. I trust you. Evan nodded. Good. We will fight side by side. We protect the station and each other. That is how we survive. Outside, the Krail ships descended in a deadly formation. Their weapons glowed, preparing for attack. The humans and the Arothi had set traps, prepared barricades, and reinforced shields. They had learned from the previous encounters, but the fleet before them was much larger and far more dangerous. The first Krail ships opened fire. Energy beams streaked toward the station, striking shields with bright flashes. Clara adjusted the shield strength, redirecting power to the areas under the heaviest fire. Sparks and small explosions lit the station's surface. We hold, Evan shouted. Do not let them break through. Lucas fired at incoming drones with precise shots, destroying many before they reached the station. The Arothi, inspired by human courage, joined in, using their own energy weapons to defend the station. Cyril fought alongside them, directing Arothi warriors to cover weak points. He marveled at the humans' calm and methodical movements. Each decision was precise, each action purposeful. Humans did not panic. Humans did not falter. Evan directed a group of drones toward the Krail fleet. Hit the communication arrays. Confuse them. The drones zipped through the enemy formation, causing chaos as Krail ships tried to adjust their weapons. Clara monitored the station's systems. Outer shields holding, but energy is dropping fast. We need to weaken them quickly. Not. We can do it, Evan said. We just need the right moment. He looked at Lucas. Ready to strike their central cruiser? Lucas nodded. We have a chance if we hit the engines and weapons at the same time. I'll follow your lead. Evan and Lucas took a small shuttle, flying low along the station's perimeter. The Krail did not notice them at first. Focused on the station's defenses, Evan guided the shuttle through debris, using the jagged surface as cover. We are close, Lucas said, checking the targeting system. I see the cruiser's main engines. If we hit them, their advance will slow. On my mark, Evan replied. They fired precision charges, striking the engines. Sparks flew, and the cruiser slowed. Other ships tried to cover it, but confusion spread through the fleet. Back at the station, Clara reinforced the shields at critical points. Energy beams struck, but the humans' clever tactics redirected some attacks. Mia helped injured Arothi, calming them and keeping them focused. Cyril moved beside the humans, helping coordinate defense teams. Humans, you fight with strategy, not just strength. That is why you survive. Evan's shuttle returned, narrowly avoiding enemy fire. He reported to the team. Engines damaged. Their fleet is slower. Now is our chance to push them back further. Lucas smiled. Let's finish it. The humans and Arothi launched a coordinated counterattack. Drones, energy weapons, and carefully timed explosives struck at weak points. The Krail ships, expecting easy victory, were caught off guard. Ships collided or retreated, and their formation broke apart. Evan led a team to disable one of the larger ship's weapons systems. They moved swiftly, evading enemy fire. Lucas hacked into the ship's controls, shutting down energy weapons. Clara provided long-range support from the station, firing energy blasts to cover them. We are doing it, Evan said. Hold your ground. We can win this. Mia moved among the injured, her calm voice steadying frightened Arothi and humans alike. Stay with me. You are safe here. We will protect each other. Cyril fought bravely beside Evan, helping clear corridors of Krail boarding parties. He realized that humans were unlike anything he had known. They did not hesitate, they did not fear, and they always adapted. As the battle continued, the Krail began to retreat. Their ships were damaged, and they had lost many drones. The humans and Arothi had defended the station and forced the enemy to withdraw. Evan called the crew together after the fight. Everyone was tired. Some were injured, but their spirits were high. "We did it," he said. "The station stands. The Krail will think twice before returning. Humans do not back down, and neither do our allies." Cyril approached, his expression serious but full of respect. "I have never seen such courage, such strength. Humans, you are beyond what we imagined." Evan smiled. "We answer calls for help. We do not leave anyone behind. That is what humans do. Today, we fought together. Tomorrow, we will be ready if they return." The Arothi survivors looked at the humans with admiration. Their hope was renewed. They had learned that humans were more than warriors. They were leaders, protectors, and allies. That night, the crew rested, tending to the wounded and repairing the station. The battle had shown them what humans were capable of, and Cyril could not stop thinking about it. Humans were strong, clever, and unafraid of danger. They had faced overwhelming odds and survived. Evan looked at the stars, thinking of the many worlds beyond this one. The galaxy was vast, and countless civilizations might one day need help. Humans would answer, no matter the risk. "We fight not for glory," he said quietly to Lucas. "We fight because it is right, because someone must stand when others cannot." Lucas nodded. "And we will. We are humans. We do not quit. We survive, no matter what." Outside, the stars shone silently. The battle had ended, but the war was far from over. The Krail would return, and humans would be ready. They had shown their strength, their courage, and their willingness to protect life, no matter the danger. Cyril stood beside them, finally understanding. Humans were not fragile, not weak, not limited by fear. They were Deathworlders, survivors capable of facing anything, adapting to any threat, and protecting those in need. The Horizon Dawn crew had proven themselves. Humanity had proven itself, and the galaxy would never underestimate them again. As the station settled into quiet for the night, Evan and the crew prepared for the next steps. The Krail were beaten back, but not defeated. New strategies would be needed. New alliances formed. Humans had arrived, and their presence changed the balance of the stars forever. Cyril watched silently, thinking of the future. With humans on their side, the Arothi could finally hope for safety, and perhaps even freedom from fear. The galaxy had met Deathworlders, and the Krail would never forget it. Evan stood at the command console, looking at the damaged cruiser wrecks in space. He thought of the signal that had brought them here, of the lives they had saved, and of the challenges still ahead. Humans would face them all, always. And with that thought, the crew of the Horizon Dawn prepared to rebuild, recover, and stand ready for whatever came next. Because humans never quit, humans never run, and humans always answer the call for help.